My name is Ken Skshesh, and I'm the Executive Director of the Maryland State Arts Council. This evening, we celebrate. After the most challenging year, the leaders of the organizations that guide the creative sector in Maryland, the Maryland State Arts Council, the Fine Arts Office of the Maryland Department of Education, Arts Education in Maryland Schools, and Maryland Citizens for the Arts decided that we should gather to recognize the extraordinary creative energy of our state.
Hello, wonderful guests and arts advocates. My name is Nicholas Cohen. I'm the Executive Director of Maryland Citizens for the Arts. And it is an absolute pleasure to be here with my incredible colleagues in the arts and all of you. MCA represents just one of the 4 statewide organizations that you'll hear from tonight. Through our collaboration, we represent both advocacy and education nonprofits, being MCA and Arts Education in Maryland Schools, and state government agencies with an arts and arts education focus, the Maryland State Arts Council and the Fine Arts Office of the Maryland State Department of Education. We all work towards a common goal, ensuring that we represent, serve, and empower the Maryland arts sector and help improve the quality of life for all Marylanders.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Quanice Floyd, and I'm the Executive Director of Arts Education in Maryland Schools. We're so glad you all can join us this evening because we're going to have a great time. There will be performances from artists from all over this beautiful state. And tonight, we come together as Marylanders to celebrate, to honor, to illuminate the amazingness, the fabulousness, the creativeness, and the collaborativeness of our arts and culture sector.
Good evening. My name is Alicia Lee, and I'm the Coordinator of Fine Arts at the Maryland State Department of Education. And Marylanders know that the arts are central to our communities and our way of life. Throughout the evening, we will hear greetings from our state leadership in full support of living and learning in the arts. First, we welcome First Lady Yumi Hogan.
Good evening, everyone. I am Yumi Hogan, the First Lady of Maryland. Thank you for inviting me to the Maryland Arts Awardees Day. I am honored to be with you and miss seeing you in person, but I applaud you for organizing this meaningful event virtually for everyone's safety. I want to thank the Maryland State Arts Council Executive Director, Ken Skshesh, and his team, Fine Arts Office of the Department of Education, Maryland Citizen for the Arts, and the Education in Maryland Schools for your commitment. Congratulations to all the winners of the Heritage Awards, Independent Arts Awards, Poetry Outbound Competition, Elected Official Award, and the Arts Education Advocacy Award. I am so proud you proved that art makes our life better. It brings happiness and hope to everyone and connected different communities. You made it all this possible. Thank you for keeping art alive in Maryland. I encourage all of you to continue to share your passion for art with Marylanders. Please stay healthy and safe until we meet face to face. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Chad Buterbaugh, state folklorist with MSAC. Our gratitude goes out to Mrs. Hogan for her support of Maryland Arts Awards Day. Part of tonight's program is to celebrate the winners of the 2021 Heritage Awards, an MSAC program that recognizes long-term achievement in the traditional arts. The Heritage Awards highlight the magic that happens when artistic creativity intersects with the traditions of one of the many cultures that make Maryland such an exciting place to live. Each year, Heritage Awards are given in 3 categories: person or people, place, and tradition. You'll be meeting each winner through the course of the evening. It's my pleasure to introduce you first to this year's winner in the tradition category, the Arabbing tradition of Baltimore City. Enjoy.
I called it the Arabber love bubble. And you'd be with them because I go out with them and just like, the camera and all this stuff, and be following them around, and everybody got near the Arabber and they were in a good mood. Arabbing is specific to Baltimore in its name. It basically is a horse and wagon produce vendor.
Arabbing is one of the oldest traditions within the country. We're the only city in the United States that have Arabbers.
They've been in Baltimore. I mean, it's arguably that is one of the oldest forms of commerce to exist. So when it arrived in Baltimore, it's like hard to say, but it's been here since the beginning. Horses built the city.
A customer is the same on the Arab wagon as it is going to a supermarket. The only difference is the market is coming to you.
They address a lot of the food deserts, a lot of the inequities that we're facing, both by servicing those people, but also by giving food away.
We would sell what we could and what we didn't sell out. At the end of the day, we make out a few baskets, throw stuff together. That's for your family today. That's for your family today.
It's a really important kind of niche. It's a really important need. And I think it's seeing a horse. The truck is cool. You get the produce out there, but the horse, it has like a magic to it. There's a power to it.
There was something said on RFD TV. It's something about the outside of a horse is good for the inside of a man. You find most people that deal with horses, they're very mellow, easy to get along with. They don't get upset about anything.
There's a magic there. That's the thing. The horse, the whole thing just puts a smile on people's face. The city needs that. And I think that in this city, it's really important that we invest in the institutions that are already here. And people love this kind of stuff. This is the stuff that makes Baltimore different. This is the stuff that makes Baltimore cool. Another cheesecake factory is not a reason to get off of 95. Stuff like this for me is deeply unique and makes our city special and really kind of crystallizes the horsemanship of the state in a very unique way.
Hello, I'm Tom Reifert, Assistant Secretary for the Maryland Department of Commerce. Thank you to the Maryland State Arts Council, Fine Arts Office of the Maryland State Department of Education, Arts Education in Maryland Schools, and the Maryland Citizens for the Arts. You see, the arts are an economic driver in Maryland. In 2019, the arts generated more than $1.1 billion in statewide economic impact and helped create $320 million in wages for well over 11,000 jobs. More than 11.2 million people attended arts events, classes, and workshops throughout the state. Arts audiences spent more than $294 million. Also, the arts created more than $45.7 million in local and state tax revenues. The state's robust arts and entertainment districts, with 29 throughout Maryland, helped generate more than $157 million for the state's GDP. The arts help Maryland's residents be entertained, be educated, and experience a more prosperous life. The Maryland State Arts Council, with its wonderful grant assistance for artists and arts organizations, brings a better quality of life for Maryland citizens. As Winston Churchill said in 1938, the arts are essential to any complete national life. The state owes it to itself to sustain and encourage them. Ill fares the state which fails to salute the arts with the reverence and delight which they are due. Thank you, Maryland Arts.
Good evening. My name is Stephen Scarrett Davis, and I serve as Deputy Director at the Maryland State Arts Council. Maryland's Independent Artist Awards recognize achievement by artists across the state who create work independently of an organization or institution. Each year, MSAC welcomes applications from artists in one of three broad discipline categories. Panels made up of Maryland artists review applications and make recommendations for regional awards that recognize promising work or notable achievement, and state awards that recognize outstanding achievement. Awards are accompanied by grants that range from $2,000 to a total of $25,000. On your screen now is a list of regional awardees in 2021's award category, Visual Media Arts. These artists are from the Baltimore region and Eastern Maryland. The awardees are Desmond Beach, Michael A. Buckley, Elizabeth Casquero, Mina Chan, Schroeder Cherry, Formstone Castle Collective, Strikeware Collective, Graham Correa Allen, Cynthia Denault, Gabriel Dinsmore, Sarah Dittrich, Shannon Colas and Liz Donadio, Andrea Evans, MC Fig, Anna Finefor, Felicia Gee, Leslie Giles, Chanel Harrison, Heather Harvey, Rosa Leff, Dean Lyons, Antonio McPhee, Greg Moe, Jill Orlove, Jason Patterson, Nancy Pirtle Connolly, Mike Pugh, Kevin Rohde, John Rupert, Kenneth Shiano, Amare Selfu, Jan Sesnick, Lynn Tomlinson, and Faime Vedat. Congratulations, artists. I'll be back in a bit to highlight additional 2021 awardees from other regions of the state. But right now, I'd like to welcome Emily Sollenberger, MSAC Arts Services Program Director, to introduce the first of two state independent artists.
Hello, my name is Emily Sollenberger Dobbins, and I'm a Program Director at the Maryland State Arts Council. I'm pleased to introduce our first IAA State Award winner tonight. Stephen Towns is a painter and fiber artist from Baltimore, Maryland, whose work explores how American history influences contemporary society. Towns received a Bachelor of Arts in Painting from the University of South Carolina. His work is in the private collections of the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture, the Baltimore Museum of Art, the Nelson Adkins Museum of Art, Art Plus Practice, and the City of Charleston, South Carolina, along with private collections nationally and abroad. We are pleased to share a little more information about Stephen's work with you tonight.
My name is Stephen Towns. I am a painter and I am a quilter based out of Baltimore, Maryland. I like to research American history and use the stories that I find to create the works that I make. I like to research stories such as Nat Turner's insurrection and learn about the time period and the struggle that was experienced by enslaved people at that time period, and learn what everybody was going through and use those things that I learned to craft the work. Here are a series of quotes exploring Turner's life from his childhood to his preaching to enslaved people to his planning of the rebellion and his prophecy of the rebellion and the actual rebellion. And I also take historical figures such as Harriet Tubman and look at their lives and what they've overcome to inspire me today. And I create these sort of mythical works around them. And this is one quote: as Harriet as a wayfinder. This explores an incident that happened in Harriet's childhood where she was hit by a 2-pound weight. And ever since she was hit by that 2-pound weight, she had these visions. She had severe headaches and she could fall asleep at any time. So the fact that she saved so many people and did so many things throughout her life with this injury is really amazing. This is Harriet in one of her sleeping spells, and the 3 women watching over her as she is experiencing that. And Harriet actually had to leave her first husband doing what she did. And Harriet worked for Union soldiers during the Civil War in Beaufort, South Carolina, and freed a bunch of enslaved people. And now I am currently working on a show around labor and labor practices in America. And that work will be exhibited at the Westmoreland Museum of Art in January of 2022. I'm learning so much, and I'm really excited to share that body of work with everyone when everything comes to fruition. So thank you.
Thank you. That was really beautiful. I really connected to those pieces. Thank you, and congratulations to Stephen Towns. So I am back as the Executive Director of Arts Education in Maryland Schools to talk a little bit about my organization, and we are going to present our J. Tucker Award. So Arts Education in Maryland Schools, also known as AIMS, is committed to ensuring all students in the state of Maryland have access to high quality arts education by mobilizing power to communities through our advocacy programs, professional and leadership programs, and resource building and sharing. At AIMS, we envision a public school education system in Maryland that supports, cultivates, nurtures, and uplifts all students' creativity through a robust arts education experience so that they can thrive in a healthy society. Every day, AIMS fights to ensure that our students get the education that they deserve, which includes the arts. So I'm extremely proud to present our next performance, featuring middle school and high school students in Anne Arundel County, Baltimore City, Howard County, and Montgomery County. Please enjoy this virtual performance of Johann Sebastian Bach's Bourrée. That was amazing. I know we all can't see and hear each other right now, but please give it up to those students and that arts educator. And thank you to all the arts educators around the state who continue to invest in our kids. Thank you so much. Next, I am so proud to present the J. Tucker Award for Outstanding Leadership in Arts Education. This award is given to an individual who has advanced or is advancing arts education in one or more Maryland school districts. Since 2015, the award has been named in honor of former Coordinator of Fine Arts at the Maryland State Department of Education, J. Tucker, to highlight J's legacy and the lasting impact on his contributions in the field of arts education. People who are honored with the J. Tucker Award demonstrate commitment, time, and effort to ensure that arts education is accessible to all students around the state of Maryland. This year's award, I'm so excited to announce, goes to Senator Mccray from District 45. Senator Mccray was instrumental in supporting the Arts Kits initiative in Baltimore City, which provided students with arts materials so that they had access to their arts classes throughout the pandemic. Senator Mccray also supported our work at Ames to ensure that all students around the state of Maryland have access to a high-quality arts education by supporting policy change during the 2021 Maryland General Session. On behalf of the 900,000 students in the state of Maryland in the public school system, I proudly present the J. Tucker Award for Outstanding Leadership in Arts Education to Senator Mccray.
Hello, everyone. This is Mccray, Maryland State Senator for the 45th Legislative District. I just wanted to take this opportunity to tell Ames that I'm thankful, I'm humbled, I'm honored to receive the J. Tucker Award for this year. I just wanted to say, as a father of four, I know the importance of what our arts do for our young people, whether it's stimulating the mind, whether it's helping with growth. I know that arts are important to our schools. No matter whether you're in Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Howard County, or Montgomery County, our arts are important to all of our Maryland schools. To Executive Director Floyd, I say thank you. To each and every advocate advocating on behalf of the arts for our schools, I say thank you. And to our young people, I say continue to dream big and imagine the unimpossible, because they are possible, and we want to make sure that you achieve each and every dream that you can imagine. So once again, I'd just like to thank Ames for this opportunity to be able to share it with so many on such an important subject that matters to so many in so many of our schools. And I say thank you, thank you, thank you for your leadership. Have a blessed day.
Hi everyone, I'm Lauren Miller, the Poetry Out Loud Program Manager at the National Endowment for the Arts. Thank you to Ken Skashesh and the Maryland State Arts Council for inviting me to speak at Maryland Arts Awards Day. So, Poetry Out Loud is a national arts education program that encourages the study of great poetry by offering free educational materials and a dynamic recitation program to high school students across the country. This program cycle marks the 16th anniversary of Poetry Out Loud, and we're really proud of its reach and growth. Starting in 2005 as a partnership between the NEA, the Poetry Foundation, and the state and jurisdictional arts agencies, Poetry Out Loud has grown to serve more than 4.1 million students nationwide. This program also helps students master their public speaking skills, build self-confidence, and most importantly, it helps them discover their own creative voice. We're really grateful to the Maryland State Arts Council for continually and successfully bringing Poetry Out Loud to students, teachers, and communities year after year. With that being said, I am pleased to invite Precious Blake, the Arts Education Program Director and Poetry Out Loud Coordinator for the state of Maryland, to introduce this year's Maryland State Champion.
Hello. My name is Precious Blake, and I am the Arts and Education Program Director at the Maryland State Arts Council. I also serve as Maryland's Poetry Out Loud Coordinator, which has been produced by MSAC for 16 years. We are excited to congratulate our 2 state Poetry Out Loud champions from 2020 and 2021. In the past 2 years, we have supported over 90 school-wide competitions, held 5 regional competitions with over 50 official competitors, and 2 state competitions with 17 semifinalists. Every student who has participated in POL has put an enormous amount of hard work and dedication into the art of poetry recitation. So, my hearty congratulations to our 2021 Maryland Poetry Out Loud State Champion, Kate Martin from Gersdale Academy, and our 2020 Maryland State Champion, Randolph Smith from Concordia Preparatory High School. Let's celebrate our 2 state champions.
Hi, my name is Kate Martin, and I chose The Poltoy by A.E. Stallings as one of my Poetry Out Loud choices. Now, when you first look at this poem, it sort of reminded me of when I was younger and I used to go to my grandmother's house and pull a Poltoy out of her toy box and just take it around the house, having the absolute time of my life. But when you further dissect the poem, there's sort of hints towards an abusive relationship, and there are so many ways you can interpret the poem that it really resonated with me in that I wanted to be able to convey that meaning to my audience. I wanted the audience to be able to understand that, yes, this could be a throwback to their younger days, or this could be a testimony to a relationship that they might want to get out of. Maybe their rummage sale isn't actually a rummage sale. I think metaphors like this, especially in the Poltoy, are really beautiful. And I love the way A.E. Stallings wrote the poem, so I chose it. And I'm really happy that I get to share it with so many people. The Poltoy by A.E. Stallings. You squeezed its leash in your fist. It followed where you led, tick-tock, nodding its wooden head, wagging a tail on a spring, its wheels gearing, lackety-clack, dogging your heels the length of the house, though you seldom glanced back. It didn't mind being dragged when it toppled on its side, scraping its coat of primary colors. Love has no pride. But now that you run and climb and leap, it has no hope of keeping up. So it sits, hunched, at the end of its short rope and dreams of a rummage sale where it's snapped up for a song and of somebody just like you, stringing it along.
The Connection I Had by A.E. Houseman is my team plowing was the connection of 2 people's perspectives in one setting. And what I mean by that was knowing 2 different sides of the story, because like myself, I'm very complex. In other words, I don't just tell my part, I see where the other person is coming from. And just like this poem, it always tells both sides of the story. So knowing both sides of the story, and like in life, we always go with what we want to say or just go with how we feel. I feel as though you should at least know the pros and the cons, the truth and the conflict. And A.E. Houseman experienced that and enlightened that through this poem by telling both sides of the dead and the living. So that was the connection I had between Is My Team Plowing by A.E. Houseman. Thank you.
Is My Team Plowing by A.E. Houseman. Is my team plowing that I was used to drive and hear the harness jingle when I was man alive? I The horses trample, the harness jingles now. No change that you lie under, the land you used to plow. Is football playing along the river shore, with lads to chase the leather, now I stand up no more? Aye, the ball is flying, the lads play heart and soul. The goal stands up, the keeper stands up to keep the goal. Is my girl happy that I thought hard to leave? And has she tired of weeping as she lies down at eve? Aye, she lies down lightly, she lies not down to weep. Your girl is well contented, be still, my lad, and sleep. Is my friend hearty? Now I am thin and pine, and has he found to sleep in a better bed than mine? Yes, lad, I lie easy. I lie as lads would choose. I cheer a dead man's sweetheart, never asks me whose.
Thank you for that wonderful recital. And again, congratulations. It's time now to meet our second Heritage Award winner, this one in the category of place. Montgomery County's historic Denzel Carousel has been a fixture on the grounds of Glen Echo Park for 100 years. Now we'll hear about what the carousel has meant to people over a century of social and cultural change.
Well, I think it's a slice of Americana, you know. I mean, it's where people celebrated with their families. It reflects what was going on in the culture. Denzel is the name of the company that manufactured the carousel. They were considered the height of carousel design. So it's a style of carousel. It's a brand name, basically.
There are a few Denzels that still exist in the United States right now, but we are a pretty good example of one that has remained intact in the original location that it was first installed in.
The carousel has been the center of the park and there for 100 years. The park's been around for 130 years. The park basically saw a lot of different eras going through several world wars, civil rights. You know, actually, the park was a segregated amusement park. Howard University students protested by riding the carousel and were arrested on the carousel, after which there was ongoing protests at the park until it finally desegregated. Meanwhile, it's had years and years and years of families, and so we have many generations riding it.
I think there's just a lot of nostalgia that comes with it, too. A lot of parents get excited about riding it with their kids because maybe they came when they were a kid. Well, now they get to introduce that to their kids.
I came to the park in the 70s because I grew up kind of near the park. And it was at that point, the amusement park had closed. But I have in my 5th grade diary that my older sister took my younger sister and I to ride the Glen Echo Carousel. So it was kind of funny. It was something we did after school. And then, of course, I have my son, who now is 21, who rode the carousel and has been around the park for years and years.
My children are still young enough to really love riding the carousel all the time, but they each have their own favorite carousel animal. My son loves the lion at the moment, although it was the giraffe last week. And then my daughter has loved the rabbits, but her favorite one is the brown rabbit, and it's the one that the protesters sat on. And I think it's pretty cool that, you know, he was there fighting for equality, and now this little, you know, Chinese girl can sit on this carousel and no one will question it.
Hello, I'm Dr. Karen Salmon, Maryland State Superintendent of Schools. While we unfortunately cannot be face-to-face at this time, I'm delighted to join you virtually in this celebration of the arts in Maryland. Marylanders know that arts education is critical to the well-being of our state. The arts are fundamental to the fabric of our communities, the quality of life in our neighborhoods, and our economic vitality. At the Maryland State Department of Education, Alicia Lee and the Fine Arts Office continue to champion music, dance, theater, visual art, and media arts education for all students. The arts are core curriculum that develop higher order thinking, empathy, and reflection, key skills for today's world and for the future. Congratulations to all of the awardees. Thank you for your commitment to engaging the creativity of Maryland students and communities.
Thank you so much, Dr. Salmon. I'm Alicia Lee here, and I'm the Coordinator of Fine Arts at the Maryland State Department of Education. The Fine Arts Office at MSDE is committed to supporting lifelong learning in the arts and promoting the robust statewide arts learning community. Tonight, we honor the work of arts educators by celebrating the statewide awards from Maryland's visual art, dance, and music education professional associations.
Hello, I'm Christopher Whitehead, President of the Maryland Art Education Association. This is our professional organization that celebrates and supports art teachers all around the state of Maryland. It's part and affiliate of the National Art Education Association. Each year, we get to celebrate one particular outstanding art educator of the year. It is our pleasure to announce that Catherine Hess is our Art Educator of the Year from the MAEA.
Hi, Catherine. I want to wish you a congratulations on behalf of the Seneca Valley High School community. You are such an incredibly gifted educator, and it is our absolute good fortune to have you working with our students in our community. Way to go. You have absolutely made us SV proud.
It is my honor and sincere pleasure to congratulate Catherine Hess as our Maryland Art Educator of the Year. She's an exceptional teacher, leader, and arts advocate. She excels at building relationships with students and creates a classroom environment in which a diverse population of students can feel accepted and successful. As a leader in MCPS and on the MAEA Executive Committee, I always appreciate the new insight and ideas she brings to our conversations. I am so fortunate to have her as a colleague and a friend. Congratulations, Catherine.
I'd like to thank the Maryland Art Education Association for their honor to be the Maryland Art Educator of the Year. It is humbling and quite an honor. Thank you very much.
The Maryland Dance Education Association K-12 Dance Educator of the Year is an individual who for the past 10 years has served as a positive role model for all students. She exemplifies innovative teaching approaches, focusing on reaching all of her students through her teaching. And she continues to grow as a professional teaching artist. Congratulations to Jenny Mossberg, dance teacher and dance company director at Arundel Middle School.
K to 12th grade education. Her professionalism, enthusiasm, and inclusive approach to dance instruction has earned her recognition for this prestigious award.
It is an honor to celebrate Jenny Mossberg's award as MDEA's Dance Educator of the Year K-12. Jenny is a beacon of light to all of her students, both past and present. She creates an environment where all students feel safe and welcome and leaves an imprint to last a lifetime. Congratulations on your well-deserved award.
My name is Jenny Mossberg, and I am one of the dance teachers at Arundel Middle in Anne Arundel County Public Schools. I would like to thank my dear friends Nicole Deming and Chase Haglin for nominating me for this award. I'm so honored to accept this, and I would not be the teacher I am today without the support of my colleagues, my administrators, but especially my students. So thank you.
Hello, my name is Brian Schneckenberger, and I serve as president of the Maryland Music Educators Association.
Each year, MMEA recognizes the accomplishments of outstanding music teachers across our state. This year, we are pleased to recognize 4 outstanding career teachers representing 3 Maryland counties. Please join me in congratulating these 4 wonderful educators on their recognition and thanking them for the work that they do every day for Maryland children.
Thank you, Maryland Music Educators Association, for recognizing Ms. Angelica Brooks as an outstanding music teacher.
Thank you, MMEA, for honoring Angelica Brooks with the Outstanding Music Teacher Award.
Thank you, Maryland Music Educators Association, for recognizing Bowie High School's Angelica Brooks.
Thank you, MMEA, for this esteemed honor and my professional community for your support.
Thank you, MMEA, for honoring James Dorsey with the Outstanding Music Teacher Award.
Thank you, MMEA, for recognizing our music teacher and presenting us this opportunity to share a job well done.
Thank you, MMEA, so much for the Outstanding Music Teacher Award and for your advocacy.
Hello, my name is Christian Sullivan, head at Bullis School. I want to thank the Maryland Music Educators Association for recognizing our very own Stephanie Mayer-Satin as an outstanding music teacher for 2021. Thank you, the association, and we are so very proud of you, Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Twilliger, the Director of Visual and Performing Arts at the Bullis School. I'd like to thank MMEA for recognizing Stephanie Mayer-Satin's outstanding work for music education in Maryland. And we congratulate Stephanie for all that she's accomplished here at Bullis and the important contributions she's made to our program and community.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Mayer-Satin. Thank you to Governor and First Lady Hogan, to all of MMEA and the Bullis community for this tremendous honor.
Good evening. I am Kathy Thomas, principal of Cromwell Valley Elementary Magnet School in Towson. I would like to thank the Maryland Music Educators Association for recognizing the importance of music in the lives of children by honoring Terry I. Carino, an outstanding music educator.
Congratulations, Terry Agarino. We are so proud of your work.
Thank you, MMEA. I am honored to be receiving this year's award.
Hi again. I'm Stephen Scarrett Davis, MSAC's Deputy Director, back again to present the 2021 Independent Artist Regional Awardees from the Washington area and Southern and Western Maryland. The awardees are John Aquilino, Carolyn Blizzard, Jack Boole, Sinta Khabib, Tristan Kai, Shanti Chandrasekhar, Wesley Clark, Ellen Cornett, Alicia Cunningham, Margaret Dowell, Thomas Faison, Karen Fitzgerald, Susan Goldman, Charity Harris, Elise Harrison, David Ibata, Hede Ilchi, Kate Kretz, Laurel Lukaszewski, Adrian Moomin, John Paradiso, Carrie Patterson, Sonia Pratt, Beverly Ress, Nicole Salimbene, Paula Sino, Rachel Schmidt, Chris Shea, Annie Simcoe, and Michael Hunter Thompson. Congratulations, artists. In addition to the grant, awardees will receive award citations by mail that recognize their achievement and underscore their importance to Maryland. I'd like to welcome now Laura Weiss, MSAC Art Services Program Director, to introduce the final 2021 State Awardee.
Thank you so much, Stephen. It is my honor to introduce our next State Award winner for the 2021 Independent Artist Awards. Mia Rallo is a multidisciplinary artist who specializes in multimedia, social practice, and community performance. Mia's work, which includes a wide range of sculptures, installations, videos, and performances is described as both, quote, collaborative and experimental. Mia works with civilian actors, craftspeople, and others to co-create, quote, collaborative projects that foster reflection around disability justice and empowerment. The work focuses on intersectionality as a nucleus for engagements. Mia will share more about the themes of her work in the following video. Congratulations, Mia.
I've always been questioning the status quo through artistic mutations of reality, always alchemizing what is in front of me, using public and private performance, installations, social sculpture, and ritual. My experiences in the multi-dimensions that we exist in at all times have given me a deep reservoir of discovery, as well as connection to indigenous cultures that are guardians of the earth and keepers of truth and dream. Within this collaborative practice, I've been blessed to work with many marginalized and empowered communities. Influences on this work include the creative traditions of the Zapatista movement. Their commitment to autonomy for the oppressed is one that we share and use as a philosophical foundation for this practice. Zapatista projects are also often infused with shape-shifting, myth-making, humor, and the absurd, strategies we find compelling when trying to dismantle structural oppression. These strategies are all dreamlike elements that mutate reality. They become an opening to seeing the world in a new way, to dismantle the indoctrination of white supremacist, patriarchal, ableist model that we have grown up in, and give an opportunity for imagining other worlds possible. Current conversations around trauma often neglect our most vulnerable bodies and deems us invisible: the disabled, the female, the brown and black, the migrating, the LGBTQ+, the old bodies. In addition to the results of physical trauma, our bodies face the ongoing daily psychological oppression of living in a world dominated by supremacist values. On a social and psychological level, our work seeks to work with this trauma in a way that looks beyond accepted medicine and standard accommodation and reincorporates healing strategies from pre-colonial practices. By engaging whole communities in ritual body performances, our work chips away at the supremacist civic paradigm and reclaims our call for liberation and autonomy.
Thank you, Mia. Congratulations again, and thank you for your incredibly powerful and important work. And congratulations to all of our artist winners and incredible arts educators. It's so amazing to live in and work in this state. Again, I'm Nicholas Cohen, Executive Director of Maryland Citizens for the Arts, and we are charged with advancing public policy and legislation for the arts in Maryland and advocating that the Maryland State Arts Council continue to receive a dedicated state appropriation, ensuring the investment in arts communities across the state. We are so lucky to have wonderful leadership in Annapolis, and especially in the Maryland General Assembly. The support of our state lawmakers helps us achieve incredible heights as they have made strong investments in the arts a priority for each legislative session. With that said, I'd like to acknowledge both the incredible leadership provided in the General Assembly by Maryland State President Bill Ferguson and Maryland Speaker of the House, Adrian Jones. Thank you so much for your leadership. So part of MCA's important work is building relationships with statewide lawmakers. It is truly an honor to work with our elected officials to advance legislation for and on behalf of the arts. The Elected Official Arts Advocacy Award is given in recognition of a statewide lawmaker who has shown dedication towards the advancement of arts public policy. And truly, the hardest job in announcing this award tonight is that there are so many incredible elected officials that support the arts in Maryland. However, this year's winner is no newcomer to the arts, as she was a Baltimore City School arts instructor prior to becoming elected to the Maryland House of Delegates. Now serving as the chair of the Appropriations Committee, her role in ensuring arts funding is more crucial and impactful as ever. And so it's my honor and on behalf of the arts sector and Maryland Citizens of the Arts Board and staff and all the collaborators, I'm honored to bestow this award of elected Arts Advocacy Award to Chairwoman Maggie McIntosh.
Hi, my name is Maggie McIntosh. I chair the Appropriations Committee in the Maryland General Assembly on the House side. I'm so pleased to be here this evening and receive the acknowledgement that you're giving me as the Maryland Elected Official of the Year. I know it's the first ever such recognition, and I'm very pleased to get it. You know, I'm also the only art teacher, I think, that's ever served in the Maryland General Assembly. It's something, a badge I have worn, by the way, with great pride. And to that end, I want to thank the Maryland Arts Council and, you know, the Maryland Department of Education and all of the arts organizations across the state that have helped provide arts in our schools and in our public places across Maryland. I was a freshman delegate many, many years ago on appropriations when then Chair Howard Pete Rawlings did the 1% set aside for arts in Maryland, so that every Maryland budget that has come before us since has set aside 1% for the arts. This has been a historic and wonderful program for the state of Maryland, and I'm proud to tell you that today we have another first. I now chair the Appropriations Committee, and we passed for the first time a bill that will provide capital funding for the arts community across the state. I should, by the way, end by saying and acknowledging how tough a year it has been on the arts community and artists in particular. Thank you for hanging in there and getting through, and I hope that you feel, as I do, that the state of Maryland has been a partner and someone who's tried to provide help to all members of our arts community. Thank you again, and great to be with you this evening.
Thank you all for joining us tonight.
We hope that next year we'll be in person together.
Congratulations to all of tonight's winners. Thank you for your contribution to our vibrant arts community. Thank you, as well to all our presenters and guest speakers for sharing your full support of the Maryland arts community.
Before we present our final performance of the evening, I would like to thank the interpreters and captioner, Amanda Morell from Maryland Citizens for the Arts, and special projects team at the Maryland State Arts Council, Lillian Jacobson, Derek Quevedo, Rosa Chang, and Amelia Evans for producing this evening's event. Also, thank you, Quanice, Nicholas, and Alicia. I want to publicly acknowledge what a joy it is to work with you because of your authentic enthusiasm for the arts as a change agent in the lives of all people. I'm continually grateful for the way we collaborate. We are closing out with a performance by our third Heritage Award winner. The Piedmont Blues are a delicate, lyrical style of blues originating in Black communities in the Eastern United States in the 1920s and 30s. This year's Heritage Award winner in the Person or People category is Phil Wiggins, one of the world's foremost masters of the Piedmont Blues harmonica, as well as a resident of Montgomery County. Phil's talent has taken him to stages around the world. It's our privilege to honor him now on behalf of his home state. It's my pleasure to introduce our closing performance of the evening, Mr. Phil Wiggins.
I would like to start by saying how grateful I am and how honored I am to be recognized by the Maryland Arts Council for my contributions to music and culture. There's nothing like being recognized at home and in your own community. So thank you. I'd like to do a song that I made called Evo Landing. This song deals with the fact that the way people of African descent have been policed in America has its roots in chattel slavery and in the slave catchers, the paddle rollers, and also in in the black codes and the Jim Crow laws that were implemented after Reconstruction. So here is Evo Landing. There wasn't no beacon of hope and freedom, no promise of the American dream. Well, there wasn't even any Ellis Island. What greeted those people made them moan and weep. As they rowed that boat into Evo Landing, saw so many Africans chained and bound. Well, that sight inspired some of my forefathers to jump into the Dunbar Creek and drown. Well, now you say you want your country back to make the greatest nation great again. Well, I've heard that there have been some good old days, but I don't know where nor remember when. Well, there wasn't no sheriff like the one in Mayberry. Shut down the jail on Thanksgiving Day if they caught you on the road without money and papers. I'm here to tell you, partner, there was hell to pay. They would arrest you and they'd fine you and they'd throw you in jail. And when you couldn't pay that money fee, well, they would ship you down to Lee County, Alabama, and make you go to work in the lime quarry. Well, they would make you go to work in the lime quarry. Well, now you say you want your country back to make the greatest nation great again. Well, I've heard that there have been some good old days, but I don't know where nor remember when. My uncles got themselves a brand new bicycle from working at Mr. Fortune's store. Well, it was meant to be used to deliver groceries all around Titusville from door to door. I said all around Titusville from door to door. Well, they took that bicycle out on a spree. They were having fun as children will, but then the sheriff caught him and he pistol whipped him and he left him lying bloodied on dynamite. hill. Well, he left them lying bloodied on Dynamite Hill. Well, now you say you want your country back to make the greatest nation great again. Well, I've heard that there have been some good old days, but I don't know where, nor remember when. Well, now you say you want your country back to make the greatest nation great again. Well, I've heard that there have been some good old days, but I don't know where, nor remember when. Oh, well, I don't know where, nor remember when. I said I don't know where, nor remember when.
Hey, Derek says the live stream is cut. Thank you all.
Congratulations, everyone.
Congratulations.
Can you not change that quick?
So quick.
Costume change.
People are here too.
Dance and theater folks know it.
It looks like you're doing laundry. You promised that you were.